Our lesson today is on adding mixed numbers. Our first problem, we have 9 and 2/4 plus 4 and 3/4. The first thing I need to think about is, are my denominators the same? They are, therefore they're going to stay the same. So I'm going to add my fractions first. 4 and 4 stay the same. And now I'm going to add my numerators. 2 plus 3 is 5. Now I'm going to go back and add my whole numbers. 9 plus 4 is 13. Remember, I want my 13 to be almost the same size as my fraction. Now, my fraction 5/4 is greater than 1, so we can't leave it that way. I'm going to go ahead and circle it, and we're going to do number bonds. Here I'm going to show that I can take one whole out of 5/4 by taking a group of 4/4. 4/4 is equal to one whole because the numerator and the denominator are the same number. Now, 4/4 plus 1/4 would give me 5/4. So 5/4 breaks down into 4/4 and 1/4. I know when I look at these two, 4/4 is one whole and 1/4 is left over. So 1 and 1/4 is equal to 5/4. I need to put my 1 and 1/4 back with my 13. So 13 plus 1 is 14. And I have still 1/4 that needs to go as my fraction. Now I know that 1/4 is the simplest fraction that I can use because it's a unit fraction. I know this because the 1 on top lets me know that I can't make an equivalent fraction with this using any smaller numbers than I've already got. So 14 and 1/4 is my final answer for this problem. Let's take a look at the next problem. 6 and 5/8 plus 10 and 5/8. The first question I ask myself, are my denominators the same? They are, and therefore they stay the same. Now I'm going to add my numerators. 5 and 5 is 10. Then I'm going to add my whole numbers. 6 plus 10 is 16. Again, I have a fraction that is greater than 1. And I'm going to make my number bond. Because in this problem my denominator is 8, my whole is going to be 8/8. Again, my numerator and denominator have to be the same number, so 8/8 is equal to one whole. To get to 10/8, I need to have 8/8 plus 2/8. So 8/8 plus 2/8 equals 10/8, or 10/8 breaks down into 8/8 and 2/8. I know 8/8 is one whole, and 2/8 is my leftover fraction. Now I need to put this back with my original whole number. 16 and 1 give me 17, and then I need to put my fraction 2/8 with 17. Now my problem here is I look at 2/8 and I know immediately, because they're both even numbers, that this fraction is not as small or as simplified as it can get. So I know I'm going to keep my whole number 17, but I need to make a better fraction, an equivalent fraction to 2/8 that uses smaller numbers. We sometimes call this simplifying. Now my factors of 2 are 1 and 2. 2 is also a factor of 8, so I'm going to circle my 2, and I'm going to divide 2 by 2, and I'm going to divide 8 by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So I know my final answer for this problem is 17 and 1/4. I hope that helps. Have a great afternoon.